Thought I'd make a video just for posterity to show what a day for me typically is. I guess show is the wrong word. I'm going to tell you what a day for me typically is. You should know that I'm 100% disabled. My heart functions between 25 and 30% efficiency. It's a genetic issue. My circulation is really bad. Let's see, I lost a toe. Partly because of my heart, partly because of diabetes. But I probably would have lost it even if I didn't have the diabetes. My circulation's just very bad. So, everybody's got their problems in life. That's my major health issue, but there's others, so anyhow, it's very difficult for me to walk. I can't drive anymore. So a lot of my life is sedentary, which I know isn't healthy for me. There's just not a whole lot I can do about it. When it's difficult to walk, doing anything active becomes complicated, and I'm in a lot of pain usually. I used to have an issue with prescription pain pills, so I got a little bit too comfortable with those, and so I don't take those anymore. I have a prescription for them. I just never had it filled. It's probably not still a valid prescription anymore. So anyhow, I was going to tell you about what I do here, way out in the woods in Alabama. Lately, I've been doing the double sleep thing, the split sleep thing, where I wake up. I'll go to bed usually around 8 p.m. I'll listen to an ebook. Right now, I'm listening to Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire. Really loving it, man. It's huge, for one thing. I mean, it's like 127 hours or something crazy. I think it's longer than the Bible. But it's about a lot more than just the decline and fall of the Roman Empire, which I didn't know beforehand. Which is why I haven't checked it out before. It's all about history and the world and people living around the Roman Empire. I mean, it's really interesting. I've never come across a series of books like it before. So anyhow, now I go to bed. I'll drink some tea, go to bed around 8, wake up around 2. And I always kid myself that I'm going to stay up until the next evening, and I always fall asleep, my lazy boy, usually for an hour or two. I'll let the dogs out before that and let them back in. And then, around sunrise, that's when I'll really get up for the day. It's just so nice to take a nap, man. I just, napping is a great pleasure in life. But anyhow, I get up. I'll usually do all my house chores in the morning to get them over with. Wash dishes, wash clothes, take out the garbage, sweep, which I haven't swept really in about 2 weeks. So I've got dust bunnies, dust wolves building up. So yeah, thinking about what I'm going to fix my dogs for breakfast, like, it doesn't always have to be something complicated. Today, it's just kibble, and I get these dollar pot pies from Walmart, and they each had a beef pot pie on top of their kibble. They seem to like it. Other days, I do something more elaborate, and some days they just get kibble. I mean, I don't want to say they're always getting human food. But I've gotten into this habit to where I'll buy like vegetables and frozen chicken, stuff like that. And I'll make a big crock pot of food for them. Just a little bit of salt, no onions, just like okra, chicken, occasionally some beef, um, green beans, corn, season the chicken with a little bit of paprika. I worry about my dogs getting too much salt. I don't want that to happen. So, isn't that right, dog meat, huh? But, so anyhow, usually by 7 or 8, I've gotten all that done. And I'll watch the news. When you're a hermit, the news becomes a big thing. Very thankful to have a nice television. And I'll see what's going on in the world. Usually, I go on news strikes where I just don't bother tuning in. It's always the same crap anyhow. During the day, I'll watch videos on YouTube Prime. Man, that is a good investment. No commercials whatsoever. Play video games. What else? I play video games on my laptop. Occasionally, when the pain gets really bad, or if the pain is stopping me from sleeping, I'll take a THC gummy, or part of one, I should say. I can't take a whole one, too strong. Or I'll drink beer. Now, I drink beer probably twice a month. I get a couple of 13 packs from Walmart, and that does me fine. I don't need to drink more than that. And 26 beers a month. Sometimes it's just 13. Sometimes I just don't feel like drinking a whole 26 in a month. And there are many weeks when I don't take any THC either. But man, that THC is a game changer. I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, if I really need sleep or the pain is just killing me, it doesn't work as good as like the Oxy does. But it makes me, it gives me the ability to concentrate on other things, at least mostly. It's not like I'm ever like thinking all the pain's all gone, but it enables me to do things. Like on the really bad days, I can't even make it to the mailbox or the trash can. So that allows me to do that. I play with my dogs. And I say play, I mean I scratch them. I try getting down on the ground with them to give them belly rubs. That's kind of difficult sometimes. I'm very lucky to have my dogs. I spend a lot of the day missing my kids. That's when you are the victim of parental alienation, like I have been. Finding ways to, Julie, no, don't go out just yet, sweetie. One of my girls wants to go outside. Hold on a second. Hopefully I didn't mess that up. Julie, she's my latest rescue dog. I got 3. She's such a gentle soul, man. But she's also just stubborn as hell. She will stand at that door and just like nudge it, and then look back at me and nudge it. And she can go out anytime she wants to. She has the ability to open up the door, this glass door. But she doesn't want to do that. I don't know. I think maybe she was somewhere where she was abused. I'm not sure about that, and I hope I'm wrong about that, but she's very clingy and very much wants to be like around me 24/7. Even more so than my other two dogs. I mean, she'll follow me to the bathroom. The other two dogs give me my privacy. Anyhow, she's a sweet dog. But like I was saying, um, when you don't know how your kids are doing, you don't even know what they look like, as is the case with me now. I haven't seen my kids in about 3 years. You spend a lot of your day trying to not think about them. I don't have any pictures of them up. All of the pictures are in one room that I don't access. I try to, avoid thinking about them, but at the same time, it's like one of the reasons I watch the local news is just in the hope that there's like a news report on schools or something, and I'll see one of my kids. If I don't know if I'd recognize them though. But I feel bad for my kids, man. They really got screwed. They really did. Both their mother and me should have done better by them. But in all fairness, I was only down for about 2 years. Before that, I worked every day to support them. And even when we divorced, I still gave my ex an extra $500 a month I didn't have to give her. Because I'm disabled, the government gives my kids checks, But still, I gave my ex $500 of my disability every month because I wanted the kids to not suffer, and I didn't want my ex to suffer. She got badly led astray, put it that way, by a woman who wanted a divorce, but was too cowardly to go through it herself, so she lived vicariously through my ex. And I wonder, was it worth it? I mean, she'll never say, my ex is a coward. She would never say, if she regrets it or not. But, I got an extra $500 a month that I just spend on myself now. If you're not going to let me see the kids, I'm not giving you money. That was always the deal. So, and she broke that. For reasons that I still don't know, and really it's immaterial. So anyhow, this is turning into a bitch session. Really just trying to tell you about how I spend my day. I've managed to get the social media stuff, the internet stuff, down to about 2 hours a week. I still check like Backdoor on occasion, or Nextdoor, not Backdoor. Jesus, that sounds like a gay dating app. Nextdoor, which is the app for crusty old farts such as myself to talk about dogs and plants. It's exciting. But man, I don't mind not having an exciting life. I don't mind not interacting with people. I've become very nonplussed with humanity. And now I just deal with people when I absolutely have to. Like, a repair, getting my lawn mowed or groceries delivered. Other than that, man, I just don't need people. It's not like I haven't tried. I've tried. My neighbors, stuff like that, but just nobody wants to interact with me. So, yeah, and I'm sure there's a reason for that. I must come off as an asshole or something. I don't know, man. I don't really care. You can't find anybody who can say I did a bad thing to them. Okay. you'll be very, very hard pressed. You would have to go back years and years, over a decade, uh, if somebody to be able to say that I did them wrong somehow. So anyhow, that's it, man. That's my life. Cooking, dabbling around my house. Take. I have little projects like preparing for a hurricane and stuff like that. Make sure I have enough water, food, ammo, medicine for me and the dogs. And then I just go to bed whenever I want to. Usually around 8, because I do enjoy listening to that audiobook. Sometimes I'll stay up later, but not usually. And then a couple hours playing computer games, a couple hours watching YouTube, a couple hours watching the news, a couple hours on Wikipedia researching stuff. Excuse me. That's it. That is my life. Excuse me. And it's not a bad life. It can be a lonely life, but if not for missing my kids, I'd say it's pretty much an ideal life. I've become very good at distracting myself throughout the day. I guess that's it. Whoever watches this, hope y'all have a good one. I certainly will be. If my kids happen to see this, I love y'all, and I miss y'all.